Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Rand, and today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for the main events of UFC Fight Night London. Be sure to check out all the videos I did prior to this throughout the week, where I've covered every single fight on this very exciting fight night card, surprisingly. Not surprisingly though, because it's over in London. It's been a long time since they've been there, but this could be a pay-per-view card. That's how good this card is. Well, this card is stacked. But I did cover every fight on this card, so be sure to check that out. And without further ado, I might just get right into this. Okay, right, Nor?
Yeah.
All right. So, first fight on this show we're covering.
Do you think I should add more windows?
Sure. Is Paddy the Baddie Pimblett versus Rodrigo Casulla Vargas. But before I get into this, listen to this. Did you guys see the Paddy Pimblett little thing with Ilia Topuria in the hotel? That is so entertaining. I guess they have different sides of the story, but turns out, kind of long story shortened, Paddy Pimblett a while ago said something offensive to the Georgian people, and he tweeted something like, Georgians are stupid and that's why Russia just took over them or something to that effect. I don't know word for word, but it was something kind of, offensive to the Georgians, which he retracted and he eventually apologized for. And I don't know the exact wording, but it was something to that effect, like how Georgia be so stupid and let Russia or no wonder they got taken over by Russia without a fight or something. I don't know, something like that. But so a lot of Georgian fighters, like not only Ilia Topuria, but a couple other ones, I want to say.
Do you think I should add more windows?
No, maybe like Giga Chikadze and Joanna and Jua. I don't know. But he upset a few Georgian fighters, and so Ilia Topuria came down there at the hotel. I guess I don't know who saw who first, but from what Paddy Pimblett said, as soon as he opened the double doors to where he was, he started hard-eyeing him. So Paddy Pimblett's like, what? And I guess Ilia Topuria came over and stretched and gave him tried to give him a swat from across a bar. I saw a little clip of it on Instagram. It was entertaining. So Paddy Pimblett said he didn't want to break his hand and mess up the fights for this weekend and spot to earn money. He wanted to get kicked out. He didn't want to do anything stupid, so he just picked up a bottle of hand sanitizer and bounced it off Ilia Topuria's head. So now he's calling him Mr. Hand Sanitizer. It's looking like it's a makings of a future fight. I'm just saying that. So because the altercation there that happened in the hotel lobby, and Paddy the Baddie was saying he came with like 6 guys. If he really wanted to fight, he'd come around the table and fight, but he knew it was best for him. He just kept walking. I can't do the accent and all that, but it's check it out. There's some interviews, media scrum on it, and you can probably see the little clip on YouTube or Instagram or something if you just search for it. Interesting. But anyway, in this one, he is fighting Rodrigo Vargas. Casulla. Rodrigo Vargas looks to be 9 years older. These guys. You're using the only good black marker, Nor. You can use any color, and you're using black.
I gave
it. Well, Paddy
to
Pimblett,
you.
27 years old. Rodrigo Vargas, 36. Okay. Paddy Pimblett is a huge favorite, disgustingly huge. Minus 450 favorite, 4-1. You got to put down $450 just to make 100. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nora?
No.
Rodrigo Casulla Vargas, though, on the other hand, you put down 100, and if he wins, you win 350. Plus money. I'm just saying. But let's talk about Paddy Pimblett, the favorite here. He is also the hometown favorite. Big fan base over there in the UK. A lot of people like Paddy the Baddy. So he's definitely got the support here, taking on the Mexican Rodrigo Vargas. Paddy the Baddy trains out of Next Generation MMA in Liverpool. A lot of other British fighters fighting out of there. He's got a 2-inch height and a 1.5-inch reach advantage over Vargas, and he's coming off 3 back-to-back wins. He beat Luigi and Vendramini by hooks in round 1. And that was his UFC debut. Prior to that, he was a Cage Warriors hero, where he beat David Martinez, rear naked choke, round 1. Decky Dalton, I remember watching that fight. Ground and pound, round 1. And his last loss was to Soren Bach, also in Cage Warriors, where he lost unanimous decision. So he's 4-1 in his last 5 for Paddy Pimblett. Now Rodrigo Vargas, he's coming off a decent win over Zhu Rong. Zhu Rong, you know, mediocre fighter for the lightweight division, but Rodrigo Vargas did get a unanimous decision over him. Rodrigo Vargas is not going to be a walk in the park for Paddy Pimblett. I'm telling you that right now. He might shock a lot of people. I'm not saying he's going to, not saying I'm picking him, but I'm saying the chance is there. He lost to Brock Weaver by, you know why? An illegal knee. He got disqualified. Illegal knee in round 1, so I'm sure he kneed him while Brock Weaver was down on the, rising up from the ground. Prior to that, he lost his UFC debut to Alex Da Silva, unanimous decision. And before that, he was rolling through everybody he faced in Combate. That's that Mexican regional scene. Combate, his last fight in Combate, he had an 18-second round 1 head kick knockout over Mike De La Torre. Before that, Danny Ramirez, unanimous decision. So he is, Rodrigo Vargas, a coach too. A head coach over in Mexican Pride Gym. I think it's maybe his family owns it. Like I think because I saw another Vargas, Francisco Vargas maybe, another Vargas on the staff. Like Rodrigo Vargas, head coach. The other guy was like MMA coach, and he's not that good. He's still like, his pro record I think is like 2-2 or something. I forget exactly, but I'm just saying Rodrigo Vargas, I think he is the probably some maybe owner. Anyway, he's a head coach over the Mexican Pride Gym. So there we have that. So let's see what these cappers have to say, starting with the 4.5-1 favorite in Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Not worth a bet at all, no matter what. If you like Paddy Pimblett, you better prop it out with the round or put him in a parlay, because that's the only way you're going to get any plus money out of Paddy the Baddy. Plus money. So we've taken Paddy the Baddy. We got blood money. Blood money. That's Cody by decision, making these videos while he's on vacation. That a boy, Cody. That a boy. He's back now. I think today's Wednesday. He says he has to go back to work Wednesday. He made this when he was out. I don't know where he went to vacation, but I hope you had a good time, Cody. I appreciate it. Yeah. Then we got AJ Devito, MMA experts. I'm going to put in the link that's going to be in the descriptions for his second video. His first video, he had a few different picks, not this one, but another one of these fights, he had a different pick, which he flipped in his second video where he's explaining what bets he's placing. But anyway, here he's taking Paddy Pimblett by submission. Submission. Then we've got Greedo from Greedo Plays, also submission. He's saying round 1 submission for Paddy Pimblett. There you go, getting the round and method. I like the details, making that a plus money. Ray from the MMA Pick'ems podcast. He's saying Paddy Pimblett should get the decision. If it does go to decision, the British judges are always going to give it to the homie, to the home team. Even it's going to be a robbery. I'm just saying, even if they didn't earn the decision, if it's close at all, Pimblett's going to get it. No matter, even if Vargas outstrikes him, has more control time, all that. If it goes to the end and if it goes to the judges' scorecards, Paddy Pimblett's going to get it. I'm just saying that's the tax you got, for going against the home team. Minus 450. You think that's just, if this happened not in London, if this happened in Mexico, that would not be a minus 450. That's for sure. Okay. Then we got E-Money, Mr. College Boy. I think he goes to Providence because he's big Friars. He's like, freshman or whatever, but still playing basketball for Providence. Providence is in the March Madness into the tournament. I do have him winning the first round and losing in the second round, but still, I'm a big fan of E-Money. He's saying by submission for Paddy Pimblett. And finally, I know I got already 5, but I said I want to see another capper from the UK. I want to see their picks. So Will Martin. I'm a big fan of Will Martin, and he's also taking Paddy Pimblett here to get it done. Oh, Rodrigo Vargas making this a full capper consensus. Do the dance and throw some lucky pearls. A full capper consensus is what, Nor?
A full capper consensus is when all the handicappers pick one side of the one point.
And in this case, everybody is picking the 4.5 to 1 favorite, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, to beat the Mexican in Rodrigo Vargas. I too am going to go with the hometown favorite in Paddy Pimblett, but I've already put a little half unit hedge bet on Vargas because Vargas is tough. He is not, like I said, if this wasn't happening in London, the line would be a much closer. So yeah, we're gonna go with Paddy Pimblett here on Tapology, and for this parlay here, I honor my, I'm a man of my word. Every show is a parlay of my winning picks, but I did already place a half unit hedge bet on Vargas because he's plus 350, and you never know. It is a fight. Maybe Vargas might catch him. I don't know. Something might happen. How did he lose to his last loss? He lost by unanimous decision, but that probably won't happen. Not in London. But Vargas still a tough cookie. He might be able to get it done. The tough cookie, Casulla. That's his nickname, Casulla. But all those Mexican fighters are very durable, very tough. So, yeah, there you have that. Oh, how is Paddy Pimblett going to win? I think he's going to probably get a decision, maybe a submission. I know it's hard to decision. He's probably not a plus money either. So maybe I'll switch it to decision or submission and just prop the round. Yeah, we'll go that way. We'll go that route. Honestly, though, I think Vargas is durable and can stave off the submission attempts. Man, he did get a 18-second head kick knockout over in Kabate. So anything could happen. But, yeah, I guess we'll make this plus money, get submission.
I need to go Paddy.
We'll say round 3.
I need to go Paddy.
Round 3 submission for Paddy Pimblett. Honestly, though, in Tapology, I'll probably put decision. But for the sake of a prop bet to try to get any value, if you hit submission round 3, it'll be plus money guaranteed. And we're all plus money junkies over here. So there you go. Moving on. Next we have this banger. This is going to be phenomenal. We have Arnold Allen, almighty Arnold Allen, taking on the Hangman Dan Hooker, coming down from 155. Now mixed feelings about that from a lot of these cappers. About Dan Hooker coming down from 155 down to 145 featherweight. Dan Hooker is the even money underdog, 21-11. He did come out originally as the favorite, minus 115 to minus 105. Money's coming in on Allen. The line switched. Arnold Allen, makes sense money's coming in on him. He's only had one loss in his entire professional career. He's had a couple pretty good UFC caliber fighters. Not as many as Hooker, though. Hooker's definitely fought the higher caliber opponent. Definitely fought the better opponents throughout his career. Hooker, I heard on today's Wednesday, heard yesterday he weighed 162 pounds. He's got to drop a lot of weight by Saturday. And the water weight, your body carries around maybe 12 pounds of water weight, so he's got to melt some of that. He doesn't have much fat to lose. AJ Devito from MMA Experts, he showed a quick flash in his show. He showed a quick flash of a picture that was on Instagram or Twitter, and after a weight cut, dropped down to 145, and Dan Hooker looked so sucked out. He looked like a crackhead. He did not look good at all. If he comes in looking like that, double stack your money on Arnold Allen. But that's why if the weight it wasn't involved, this was like a catch weight or something, or if it was at 155, I would more likely pick Dan Hooker. But I don't know. This is going to be, I have to see how they look on the scale, how Hooker looks on the scales, and take it from there. But let's see what the cappers have to say. Anyway, first let's discuss it. Arnold Allen, the favorite, Almighty. He's coming off, he's on a 10-fight win streak.
Daddy!
10-fight win streak.
It's maroon.
Yeah. He's coming off a win over Sadiq Youssef, unanimous decision. Before that, Nick Lentz, unanimous decision. Before that, Gilbert Melendez, unanimous decision. And then prior to that, he's got like Jordan Rinaldi, unanimous decision. And he front choked round 3, Mads Burnell. Mads Burnell just fought and lost in Bellator last week, wasn't it? Last week he fought and lost Bellator against, man, I can't think of the other guy's name, but I remember I picked that because it was late. It was after the UFC Vegas 50 was done. Bellator was still on, so I stayed up and I placed some last minute bets, and I had Mads Burnell as a parlay piece, but then I hedge bet his opponent, so I made like $40 off the hedge bet. But anyway, Arnold Allen, training out of TriStar and out of that's in Canada. At home though, he trains out of BKK Fighters. Hot take. You know who else trains there? Capper. A lot of people like this guy. The UFC gambling addicts Layton also trains at BKK Fighters, and according to his video, he did do a little bit of rolling around training with Arnold Allen, and he said Arnold Allen is tough as nails. And he said that even when he doesn't have a fight, Arnold Allen is in there training hard like he does have a fight. Even when there's no fight scheduled, he's in there giving it his all. He's like, he never has downtime. If he's waiting for other people to train with, in the meantime, he's shadow boxing and stuff. That's what Layton from UFC Gambling Addict says. Trains at the same gym, BKK Fighters. So that's a pretty good, hot take, I guess you would say. But he's got a tall task taking on Dan Hooker. Despite Dan Hooker and his but he's been making this weight class, so maybe he's used to it. Maybe he's trained his body to be able to suck out almost 20 pounds in a few days. It takes its toll though, no matter who you are. You're gonna deplete your energy source. But anyway, he's coming off, he's got kind of a messy last 5 because he's got losses in there, but they're against future and former champions. He last lost by Kimura to Islam Makhachev. That's the one where Islam couldn't get the Kimura, and then Khabib, cage side, said, step over his head. And he listened to him, did that, got the angle, got the Kimura where you had to tap or snap. It's either tap or get your arm messed up. Before that, Dan Hooker did beat Nasrat Haqparast by unanimous decision. Prior to that, though, he lost to Michael Chandler, ground and pound rounds 1. Michael Chandler used to be a Bellator champion. Not bad, not a bad loss. Prior to that, he lost to Dustin Poirier, another former champion, unanimous decision there. And prior to that, he beat Paul Felder, split decision. So he's had like a mixed record. You know, double-digit losses. Not a good look for Dan Hooker. But what is good look for him? He trains, everybody knows he trains out of shitty kickboxing. But he trains out of shitty kickboxing. And he's got a 4-inch height and 5.5-inch reach advantage. And I think that should come into play. I just wish this fight was a weight class higher. That's all. Because, you know, even with the size, height, and reach advantage, and the potentially weight advantage, you got to think, if what AJ Devito was saying is true, if he was 162 on Tuesday, he's got to be 145 by Saturday. Yeah, he's going to come in depleted. Even if he makes the weight, which he probably will, he's a professional, you can't I guess you can. Wrestlers do it all the time, so suppose you can restore your energy. You got 24 hours. You weigh in, you have 24 hours to restore your fuel, energy cells, but that losing all that type of weight in that short amount of time, you have to.
Do you think the leprechaun will go inside?
What's the bait?
I think it.
I don't know. You better put some money or something in there.
I need to make gold.
We don't have gold.
I'll make it.
Oh, you make some gold for your leprechaun trap. Nora's making a leprechaun trap because St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. Tomorrow. So she's thinking maybe she'd catch a leprechaun. But anyway, Dan Hooker does have much more experience. He's fought the way higher quality opponent. But man, Arnold Allen is almighty, is prime 10-fight win streak, and he's gonna
would catch it, but I want
maybe.
I want the leprechaun alive.
Good luck. That's all I'm saying is good luck to you. Okay, so let's see what the cappers have to say, so I can stop repeating myself on these fighters. Taking the now favorite in Arnold Allen. Also Arnold Allen, as if you didn't know, the local, the homeboy, the hometown kid, okay, over Dan Hooker from New Zealand. City kickboxing. Dan Hooker, and now I guess he's relocated actually to the States because remember he had the visa issues, so.
Remember yellow markers?
Yeah, right there. So he's probably, I forget, I want to say maybe one of those Vegas gyms, Extreme, Syndicate, one of those. But anyway, I could be wrong with that too. I don't know. I'm just being honest with you. Let's see what the cappers have to say. Starting with the favorite, we've got Will Martin. He's staying away from this in a betting perspective. He's not confident at all. I guess, kind of. Nora, I'm doing a video. Okay, why don't you use that shiny red ball?
It's annoying.
Yeah, whatever. Will Martin staying away, no bet here, but if he has to pick a side, he's gonna lean Arnold Allen here. But he's by decision. But he is gonna stay away from this on a betting perspective. But Arnold is his pick. Ray from Pick'em's Podcast, also taking Arnold Allen by decision. Greedo by decision. I'm seeing a little pattern here, guys.
By decision.
Yeah, by decision. Blood Money. How's he thinking it's gonna happen? By what, Nor?
Decision.
That's right, by decision. Blood Money. Everybody's saying by decision. We got MMA experts, AJ Devito. He didn't say the method, and he's not confident either. This is the one, AJ Devito, originally in his first breakdown video, he took Dan Hooker. But then after doing some looking at some media, and realizing Dan Hooker's got to lose all that weight, he's the one that I learned that from. And yeah, he's flipped his pick. And now he's going to take the side of Arnold Allen. So check out the video. The link's in the description. So he's taking a lean toward Arnold Allen, but he's not confident at all. But he is thinking about playing it, betting it, depending on the line at fight time. And finally, E-Money is being the contrarian. E-Money MMA picks is taking Dan Hooker. Get the side of the board by yourself as a contrarian picker, and he's taking Dan Hooker by decision. What's with all these decision picks? The bookies have the decision also minus 185 going over 2.5. You think it's going to stop short plus 155, but I don't know if Arnold, look at, he's a decisionator. Look at his last 5. He's got the front choke over Mads Burnell, but all the rest of these guys like Gilbert Melendez, Nick Lentz, and Sodiq Yusuff, all unanimous decision. Thing is, Dan Hooker would destroy all those guys. Sodiq Yusuff almost lost to Alex Caceres last week. I'm not kidding. That, a lot closer than it should have been. So, and Nick Lentz, Gilbert Melendez, Jordan Rinaldi, I'm not even sure who that guy is. So I would think Dan Hooker would roll through all of them. This is going to be the toughest fight Allen has to date. And Hooker is a top quality guy. This is featherweight though. By the way, Mbaye, this is Dan Hooker. That's your featherweight unranked contender, because he was unranked as a featherweight. That was your little loophole. Here you go. Tall task for him. So I'm also gonna go with the Capper majority pick and take the hometown boy. And did you take? Oh, I got it in my pocket. Take the hometown boy and Arnold Allen, Almighty Allen, because Dan Hooker does have that big weight cut. I think his gas tank's gonna be depleted. Arnold Allen, fighting in his backyard with the crowd support, on a 10-fight win streak. The momentum's there. Everything's going in his favor. He should get the victory here over Hooker. So I'm going to take him. I will put him in a parlay. I'm still not sure where if I'm going to bet. I have to watch the weigh-ins. If Hooker comes in the weigh-ins, makes weight, and doesn't look depleted, if he looks like he might be able to regenerate some energy and improve and get his gas tank back up to par, maybe I'll throw some money on Hooker. I'm not sure right now. More discussion to follow on Friday during the live stream. But right now, if I had to bet right now, I would take Arnold Allen by decision. I don't think he's going to get Hooker out of there. Arnold Allen is a decisionator, and look at all these guys. Will Martin, decision. Ray, decision. Greedo, decision. Blood Money Cody, decision. AJ Devito, lean.
Decision.
Yeah, that's a different fight. So moving on. Next, we've got the main event. Heavyweight showdown between Drago. Alexander Volkov, the Russian, is coming into London, taking on the hometown guy in Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, what? Go do something. Okay. Tom Aspinall comes in with a record of 11-2. He's the favorite at minus 130. This is another one that flopped. Alexander Volkov was the minus 120. Aspinall was a plus 100. Flopped it because money came in on Tom Aspinall, hometown guy, taking on the Russian. And now it's Aspinall's a favorite, minus 130. Volkov, plus 110.
It flip-flopped.
It flip-flopped indeed. So, these guys pretty close in age. We got Tom Aspinall slightly younger, 28 years old. Volkov, 33. Well, I guess we'll talk about Tom Aspinall first. The home team. Probably the best striker for the heavyweight division. Thing is, he's also a smaller heavyweight. He's like 245, where Alexander Volkov fills right out 265, 263, right around, over 260, right around there. So Volkov will have that weight advantage. Also, he got 2-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage over Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, though, he is training on Team Cowbound Liverpool, and you know who they used to have as like he used to get aside from their regular striking coach, Tom Aspinall would strike and spar with Tyson Fury. That's why he's a phenomenal boxer, Tom Aspinall. Phenomenal striking. Okay, phenomenal. That's right. Tom Aspinall's coming off a win against Sergey Spivak, TKO round 1. Fantastic win. Seasoned nicely. He has a win against Andrei Arlovski. Rear naked choke round 2. Tom Aspinall does have a BJJ black belt. You don't get to see much of his BJJ skills, but in that situation, he did manage to rear naked choke Andrei Arlovski round 2. Before that, he beat Alain Baudot, the French fighter, by ground and pound round 1. That's not a great win. A lot of people beat Alain Baudot. Before that, he beat the prototype Jake Collier. That was his UFC debut. He took care of Jake Collier with a right cross round 1. Jake Collier, I mean, he's the guy, he used to fight at 185, 185 middleweight. Now he's fighting at 265 and still heavyweight and still kicking people's asses. So, hey. Before that UFC debut against Jake Collier, he was a Cage Warriors fighter, of course. That's the British regional scene where he beat Michael Ben Humoda. TKO round 1. He's on a 7-fight win streak for Tom Aspinall. Very good. His last loss happened in the BAMMA. That is also a British, I don't know what it stands for, but it's like a British regional scene. And he was in BAMMA championships, and he lost to Lucas Perovic by illegal 12-6 elbow, disqualified. Boom!
Is that a gorilla?
It is. It's a bait. It's a gorilla with a beret, looking like Che Rivera. But anyway, Lucas Perovic, he got disqualified doing that 12-6 elbow on the guy's head. DQ. That was the last loss. So Tom Aspinall's a freaking beast. He's a beast, Nor.
A beast. A
beast. So, I don't know. Let's talk about his opponent, the underdog, Alexander Volkov. Also a beast, Nor. Drago is coming off a win against Marcin Tybura, the Polish power.
Like the gorilla on your shirt.
Yeah, yep. Unanimous decision. Before that, he lost to Cyril Gane, French fighter. You guys all know Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane, phenomenal, number 2 right now. Only lost to Ngannou. Prior to that, he beat Alistair Overeem, cross hook round 2. He beat Walt Harris. Walt Harris even in the UFC anymore? I don't know. I haven't heard that name in a bit. Kick to the solar plexus over Walt Harris, round 2. Then he lost. Prior to that, he lost to Curtis Blades, unanimous decision. I saw today announced Curtis Blades will be taking on Chris Daukaus in the future. That'll be a tough fight to pick. I'm gonna have to go with early lean on Blades. But Alexander Volkov does have, like I mentioned, 2-inch height, 3-inch reach advantage, and the about 20-pound weight advantage over Tom Aspinall. But Tom Aspinall will have the speed, and you would have to imagine probably the cardio too, being a younger, lighter guy. So this is going to be a tough one to pick. Let's see what the cappers have to say, huh? Let's dirty up these boards. Dirty them up. Starting with the favorite in Tom Aspinall.
Well, there is only one.
We got MMA experts. AJ Devito. He's taking Aspinall. Then we have Greedo. Greedo says knockout. Round 2. I like when Greedo's very defined, like method and round. Love that. E Money also on the side of Tom Aspinall. Then we've got Blood Money. Cody also on the side of Aspinall. He's saying TKO. Round 2. I like it. And finally, we've got, not finally, we have 2 more. We got MMA Pick'ems. That's Ray from MMA Pick'ems podcast. And Will Martin, both taking the veteran experience. Look at that, 34-9. 4 times as many fights. 4 times as many fights as Tom Aspinall. 4 times as many. So we got MMA Pick'ems podcast, Ray and Will Martin sharing half the board. And Will Martin saying TKO round 4 or 5. I like it. I like it a lot. Good on ya. You can ask Vlad. I've always been a huge, Vlad. Even way back before Tom Aspinall was even anybody, when he was like, I want to say back probably 4 or 5 fights ago, I'm like, this dude is a hot prospect. He's gonna march his way right through the rankings. But now I don't know if he's gonna get across this hump though, because Alexander Volkov is a real deal, and I know Aspinall, the hometown guy, Volkov, Russian, Drago, but the caliber opponents. I mean, Tom Aspinall is beating Sergey Spivak, an old Arlovsky.
Daddy, I didn't catch a leprechaun, but I caught Champ.
Alan Badeau and Jake Collier. Let's see the last 5. Volkov, Marcin Tybura, Cyril Gahn, loss. Alistair Overeem, Walt Harris, Curtis Blades, another loss. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm going to have to go.
He don't know.
When in doubt, dog it out, dog or pass. I'm going to take the plus money on the experience with Volkov. I hope it doesn't go to decision, because if it does, Aspinall will have that edge because he is the hometown kid, headliner. So, I'm going to go with, Will Martin's even with me too, and so is Ray. I'm going to take Volkov to get it done, and I think he's going to end up using his strength and overcoming Aspinall toward the later rounds, just like Will Martin said. I think he's going to catch Aspinall somehow, maybe wobble him, get him to the ground, cover him up quick, and just do a little ground and pound. I'm going to say TKO late. He's very close. I'm just going to say TKO. I don't know which round. It's probably going to be in the later rounds, though. Like I said, Aspinall should have the better cardio for the first 3 rounds. But then Volkov, when it gets to the championship rounds, that's when he'll turn it on and get the edge over Tom Aspinall, getting the victory. So to recap, time check. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, a little bit over. So to recap, I've got Paddy the Baddy Pimblett submitting Rodrigo Vargas, Casulla Vargas in round 3. But I will hedge bet the Mexican just because he's plus 350, half a unit, you know, just to hedge bet it. And I'll put Pimblett on the top of like a 3 or 4 fight parlay. Because so then when it gets to that fight, either way it goes, I'm either going to win a parlay, hopefully, if the other ones come in, other legs come in, or Vargas is going to win my hedge. Okay, then I've got Arnold Allen winning a close decision. I think Dan Hooker might be able to even win round 1. But then after that, I see his energy depleting because that weight suck. Nobody, you know, Arnold Allen being the fresher guy at home, the crowd behind him, all that momentum, 10-fight win streak. That'll come into play after Dan Hooker's burnt out his gas tank in round 1, and Arnold Allen will win round 2 and 3, getting a decision victory there. And finally, I got Alexander Volkov using his veteran experience. He knows his way around the cage. He knows he's got very good fight IQ. Well, yeah, he's got good fight IQ. He's only lost to the top opponents. Tom Aspinall, he hasn't lost, but he hasn't. This is going to be his toughest fight to date as well. This and well, of course, Jake Collier. I'm playing there. But yeah, I'm going to take Alexander Volkov to get the win here, plus money, plus 110. But this is my least confident pick on the card. Yeah, probably on the entire card. Not only this show, but probably on the entire card. I might even flip back to Tom Aspinall because I was super high on him. But Volkov has got so much experience and size, height, reach, weight, experience, fight IQ, all that good stuff.
Should I put this out in the mudroom?
The cats are going to still trip it. They're still going to get caught in it. So there you have it. Gather the info, place the bets, and cash the tickets. I appreciate you watching. Please leave comments. Yesterday, only Dave left a comment saying nice shirt, and that's because he bought it for me. You too can get a random MMA themed shirt from Dave. You have to do 3 things in order to get that shirt. You have to watch and participate in the chat of my Friday night live stream. Dave and I do live stream covering every fight on the card. You have to participate in chat so we see your name. Then you have to win the Tapology tournament that Dave puts on. If you get first place and you're in the chat, you win a t-shirt. The third thing, join Dave's Tapology group. Dave, put your group number in the comments. I'm already part of it. I forget. It's like group. I forget. There's a group number, and Dave can put it in the comments. You find it. You join the group. Join the contest, the Tapology contest. You get first place. Be active in the chat. And there's already been winners. They can vouch that it's legit. I'm not just this is. And then thank Dave. This is not my promotion. Dave's just my boy. He knows. And if I ever do get monetized, of course I'm going to share the wealth, buddy. You know that. But that's not the important thing here. I love this. That's why I do this. Okay. But still, subscriptions and likes and all that good stuff don't hurt. So to do all that, subscribe, give a thumbs up. Nora's drawing the thumb, and the sub. I don't care about ringing the bell.
And then comment too.
Oh, comment. Definitely comment. Comment with who you guys are taking, especially on this one. Because I'm on the fence. I might get lean, pushed one way or the other through the comments. I often do that. We'll discuss it again Friday during the live stream. But thanks for watching. Good luck on your bets, and I will see you guys Friday.